Hello, Stampers, and happy Monday to you. I know that I'm late. It is not even anywhere near 10 a.m. But you know what? Life is happening at 81 Delaware, and I have my oldest daughter and her family living with me, and last week was March break, and then this week was the first day back to regular routine where both parents were working and childcare, and my job was to drop off Leo, and he slept in this morning. And then I had unexpected company, which was also wonderful. I did a little stamping demonstration and I prepped for this. And so now it's your turn to see what we're doing. And I actually posted something on my Facebook page on the Pampered Stamper. And I said I was going to be stamping through my stash today, which is true, but technically it's Monday, and that means it's Cheer Corner. And what that means is that the card that I am making, you get to nominate someone. So please let me know who you think should get this card. And I will pop it in the mail. I will write a little note on your behalf saying, "Dear so-and-so, you have been nominated by this person to receive this card from my Cheer Corner." And I think it's wonderful. I love it when I get feedback when the person messages me back later and say, "Oh, my person got your card." So let's change the world together, one card at a time. So let's get started. And I do not have my laptop sitting here, and I don't see it sitting anywhere near. So my laptop is upstairs in my bedroom. I'm not going to grab it. And you're thinking, well, why are you telling me this? I'm telling you this so that if you're watching on Facebook, I probably won't be participating in the conversation. So please do chat in there. And also on YouTube, I would love it if you chat. Get to know each other a little bit. I will look at your comments later. And I'm also asking you to take a peek on my YouTube channel. I did a video showing you a really cool way to store your stamps. And I'm doing a giveaway. So if you want to win the Tulip Fields bundle, then comment and share my videos. Okay, so let's have a look-see. We're going to use Wildlife Wonder. And I'm first going to stamp with that and just show you what the stamps look like, because it's really cool. And there are no dies with this set, which is a bit unfortunate. We're starting to get spoiled in that I like dies. So I'm using my Stamparatus, and I'm just going to lay the stamps on here. And so there's a bear, and there is a wolf, and there is an owl, and then there are lots of words. But we're going to do the creatures first, and you kind of, I did this, he was sitting, he goes like that. You want his eyes level. When I stamped them the last time, he was kind of sitting all wonky. So you want the top of his head kind of even with the top of the paper, and then you'll have him looking the right way. So just close your lid. And I think we're going to stamp in soft suede. And then I'm going to flip the paper, and then you're going to see what they look like when they're stamped off. So here they are in soft suede. Give them a nice press. So there they are. See, that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Now I'm just going to flip this, and I'm not going to re-ink at all. And you're going to see what they look like a little bit lighter. And then you could do them in early espresso. See, now they look light and sketchy looking. So that might be nice to do in the inside of your card. So now I'm going to put it this way, and I'm going to show you what words are in there. We're just going to clean the stamps off. So these cards, this stamp set is great for anybody, but I really like it for masculine cards because it's hard to make, at least a lot of people do find it more difficult to make masculine cards. And I think the reason for that is it's really not hard to make a masculine card, but a lot of people just love buying flower stamps. Sometimes as demonstrators, we get really sick of it. We think, you know, Stampin' Up! Makes way too many flower stamps. But the reason they do it is because they sell so well. So it's not that it's hard to make guy stamps. It's just, oh, look, I forgot about this one. There's a long stamp that would be great to do as a kind of, you know, you want to ground your stamps. You don't want your animal just floating. So let's do that before we do any words. And I just want to stamp that off because I want it lighter. So I'm just going to, I've got scrap paper laying here, my credit card. So I'm just going to stamp that off and then stamp again. There, well, it's still pretty light, but you see what I mean. I could have done that in any color. Now we're going to clean it, and then we'll do all our words. So yeah, I highly recommend this stamp. And you know, you really don't know how nice a stamp is until you actually ink it up. And that's why my challenge to everyone is to stamp with some friends. Find someone that you have never stamped with before and see what they think. You could be introducing them to their next favorite thing. And people don't know how much fun it is until they've actually had that transforming experience of being an artist, really. Most people don't think they're artistic. And stamps just really help you to be artistic without having to draw anything. You don't even have to color if you don't want to. So here we have that. And then I forgot about this stamp too. This is a really nice grassy stamp. So this stamp has 10 stamps in it, okay? So let me know if you want one. Actually, don't even do that. You can order yourself. The links will be in my video, and I'll put some links up on Facebook as well. And you can find it all on thepamperedstamper.com, okay? And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to click on that red subscribe button. I am just so excited about how my channel is growing. And I'm meeting people from around the world, which is awesome. Here we go. Look at that. So now you guys don't want it sideways. So here we have them. You can see all the stamps. Isn't that nice? So great words, great font, and lovely images. Here, we'll move the magnet. So what I have done is I have cut out a few. Since I said there were no dies, you know what, I'm just going to wipe these off for a minute because I might need them again for my card. So now we're going to actually make a card, and I want to show you how easy it is with this beautiful paper. So I'm going to use the New Horizons paper, and it's like scenic paper. Let's have a look. I'm just going to move this whole thing out of the way. And then here's the stamp set again. And I'm also going to use the trees from Grassy Grove. And I don't know what else. We'll see. Okay. So here are my creatures. The wolf. And so that's light wolf, dark, whatever. You know, I did it backwards. And then the bears. See? And now we're going to transform them. So we have, I picked 3 sheets of pattern paper. So there's this one. And just take a peek. Put the bear in that scene. Doesn't he look cool? So we're going to stamp that. That's one. And then here is another one. And we could put the bear there. We could put the owl kind of up here somewhere in the mists. But you see, I might like a lighter owl. Who knows? And then this last one, see, I'm just playing. The last one, I thought that the wolf would look nice in here. But anyway, we're going to put and the owl. So anyway, we're going to cut this down, all 4 of them, and I'm going to put them on a Mossy Meadow card base. So here's my Mossy Meadow card base, and maybe we'll start with this one. And I have 2 different kinds. Oh, okay, let's get the trimmer. I haven't made these cards. I had a quick peek at the cards that Yvonne and Liz are making on Tuesday afternoon. So if you want to make this in person, then go and see them. And I don't know now, I have to decide which part I'm going to cut off. Do I want that or do I want it here? I'm going to cut off this piece. Okay. So I'm going to go to 4 1/8. And then I'm going to cut off, see, now I have to decide again where the bear is going to go. I'll cut off a little bit. I want it to be 5 3/8. Okay, we'll do it that way. I've decided. I've committed. Okay. So let's have a look-see. Move this out of the way. So that's going to go on the card. The bear's going to go about here. And I think I want to add a tree off to the side. So here, we're going to take these trees here, and then we might stamp a little bit of grass and maybe a base for the bear. Because the bear is not, well, bears do like to go in the water. They fish in the water. I'm just going to see if I can peek, and I don't know if I can see on Facebook at the same time. You know what? You know what? My mouse pad isn't working right now, so I can't change a thing. So you know what? Oh, now it is connected. Sometimes technology gives you troubles, you know? Anybody else have that? Facebook isn't showing up. My computer's really slow today. I'm saying tonight, but, you know, oh, my brain. Okay, you know what? The universe is telling me, Jackie, do not even try to talk with people. Just make the card and be happy. Okay, so we're going to get our bear out of the way. We're going to move this out of the way. I like to save this, though. My guest said this morning, is this what you do all the time? And I said, yeah. When you get a new stamp set, you stamp all the images, and then you really fall in love with it. You know how lovely it is. And you can see what it looks like in different colors, stamped off. It's just really nice. So I'm just going to move this over a little bit because I want my trees to be kind of like so. I don't want them going into the water. And then I'm going to stamp those in Mossy Meadow, but I don't want the tree trunks to be in Mossy Meadow. So I'm going to show you a little trick. Oh my goodness, sometimes things just, here, I don't want you there. Okay. Those little guys can be very pervasive. All right. Mossy Meadow. Okay, I have my Mossy Meadow ink pad. So I'm going to ink up the tree in the ink pad, just the tree. And then I'm taking my early espresso marker. And remember, blends do not work on stamping on stamps. Okay, you can't use your blends. Doesn't work. Here. There, and I should have done some healthy huffing, but I'm not doing that. And I want to stamp a little bit. See how it's too light down here? I'm going to ink that up again. Give it a nice press. I've got mess on there. There, that looks good. And see, now look at the bear. He's looking, I could put some more trees over on this side too, but we'll see. Now I'm going to put something, this is about how I want the bear. The bear's walking on we don't want him floating, right? So we're going to put this here. And I think I will stamp that in soft suede. Move the trees, Jackie. And I might even go with the darker bear here. I haven't committed to that light bear. I was just using him as a guide. So here we go. And so there's a little bit of an island. We're going to think that rather than this being a huge lake, this is a wide stream, and sometimes in a stream there's some islands of, you know. And then I'm going to move it a little bit, and I'm just very carefully laying it down. And I'm just going to re-ink a bit of a shadow. It's sticking to my fingers here. And I haven't re-inked. See? Yeah, that looks kind of cool. And I could wash it a little bit. I've got my aqua painter. And remember, this is just paper, so we don't want to do too much. Just a little bit. There. Just a little bit. Okay, so did I wash that off? I did not. Okay, looking good. So now, do I want some more trees or not? No, I do not want more trees. I like that. I could have stamped the trees again there, and now I just want to decide whether I want the dark bear. Oh, I like the dark bear better. Okay, so that's our first card, and I'm thinking that maybe, do I have some birds? I do not have any birds. And I could also, here, just to give this a little bit more of an idea that it's an island and it has a bit of stuff growing on it, I'm going to do this as well. And Mossy Meadow again. And I'm going to add a little bit of espresso to, oh, that's the fine tip, to the base here instead of green. There. Yeah, that's kind of cool. All right, I'm happy with that. I do want to stamp some birds in the sky, but I'm not sure where my birds went to, so I will maybe add those later. I think it's not in, yeah, I don't remember. I should remember. I think it's in the New Horizons, which I had laying on my table. I might go and grab that actually, just 1 second. Yeah. Look at that. It was very close at hand. So here is the On the Horizon stamp, and it has that whole gaggle of geese or whatever they are. And I think that's going to look really nice. So we're going to add those. It also has different grass. So all of these stamp sets, these nature ones, go really well together. So it's a good idea to think outside the box a little bit, and you don't necessarily stick to one stamp set. Use your resources. Oh, I'm going to put this, and people are thinking, well, why are you stamping sideways? Well, I'll tell you, my stamping space, I have to have the hinge on my left, and then it just works better. It's not that I'm trying to mess with your brain or anything. See, and I feel like he's upside down now. It's really hard to tell. I think I talked about this last time. We're going to do it like so. But I think they purposely designed this stamp that you can't mess up with it. You can stamp it both ways, and you'd be hard-pressed to know which way was right or wrong. And you know what? If you want to weigh in with your opinion on that, I'm happy to hear it. So we're going to go with Night of Navy for this. Here we go. And then actually, technically, I only have to do one card for Cheer Corner, but now that I have this, I want to use the wolf and the owl as well. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? So, and the person that gets this card is going to have no idea that you didn't do all this other work, that this was just paper, right? Yeah, this makes me super happy. So you can see how I love this because it feels like I'm very artistic. So let's put that on the card. Got some liquid adhesive. There. And I hope that you guys are having a good Monday. I'm so glad. I was supposed to, this was not supposed to happen today. I was supposed to go to my parents, but yesterday already, but my brother is sick. What he has, we're not sure. Yeah, I could tell you more, but then I wouldn't be honoring him, so I'm not going to tell you anymore. And my parents are fine, so I'm going to go to Ottawa tomorrow, and then I'm going to go to my parents on Thursday, so I will see them. And I'm thinking I could pop the bear up, but then he's going to maybe feel like he's looming. Oh, I'm going to pop him up. He's allowed to loom. I'm looking for big dimensionals. I've got all kinds of little ones, and the little ones are great, but for my big bear, I don't want mini dimensionals. I want the regular size. So anyway, that's why I was able to do this video with you guys. So that makes me happy. And I'm not putting one on his leg. So this is great, a bonus. And next week I am doing a Grassy Grove class. It's my last in-person class before I go to Holland. You can still join, but your set might not be here on time. There, look at that. How cool is that? So thank you so much, Yvonne McFadden, for your inspiration with the bears. If you live in Chatham, go to Yvonne and Liz's class. I don't know if they still have room. It's at 1 o'clock tomorrow. I could put something in the inside, but I'm not going to do that just yet. This would be kind of cool to use this and then some white piece. If you're the kind of person who doesn't like to write a lot, you can put a strip of patterned paper in beside your computer paper, and then you don't have to write very much. How's that for a trick? But to me, the words are the most important. Your own handwritten sentiment is just priceless. Okay, so we're going to trim this down, and I could do it. Okay, I'm going to show you. Oh, I shouldn't get complicated. I have a card that I did. Look, you fold it in half, and then this is scored at 1 1/4, and it goes back. And then you could put a strip in here, put another piece, but it's too complicated. So I'm being squirrely, and that's not cool. So I'm gonna cut this side, I think. And let's see. I was curious what it would look like if we stamped directly on the paper. So I'm going 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Here, I'm going to cut off a little bit of the sky. Maybe I'll cut off a little bit of both ends, because I really like that sky. Here, 5 3/8. So I just cut off a little bit on both ends. So now I'm not losing anything, so to speak. All right, so now what I first do, or what I do first, is I lay out my animals. So on this one, I want the wolf. And I think I also, see, maybe, no, I want the wolf kind of, he's laying in here. And I just, I don't know if that will work. I just had an idea. I'm thinking, I want him kind of hiding in behind. And I don't know if this is going to work, but let's see. I was just, sometimes when you have stuff laying on your desk, you can get inspired. And that's what's just happened to me. That's why a messy desk can sometimes be great, because that's how you get inspired. You get inspired by the pieces that are left on your desk. And I could stamp this as well, but I'm just thinking, I'm leaving that in there. I don't know if this is going to work, but you know what? You don't know if you don't try. I thought I was going to leave those colors in there, but I'm not. Cut them off. And okay, see, I kind of want the wolf to not be here. See, that looks kind of cool. Maybe the wolf needs to be on this side. And then I don't want this rock, so I'm just going to do this here. I don't know if that's going to make sense or not, but I'm cutting the rock off. He's just floating now, which might not be good either. All right, maybe I just totally screwed it up now. Yeah, he's just draping over a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. A little bit of adhesive. And, you know, I'm just going fast. If you were doing this, you might have more time to cut more precisely and maybe add a little bit more. I'm going to put him here. And then, oh, let's slide him down a little bit. Oh yeah, that looks kind of cool. Okay, and on this one, I'm just going to put a few dimensionals. I'm using little guys. I could have used big ones too. Here, you know what? And one more here. And let's have a look and see what this looks like. Put that on the bottom. See, now it's, he's kind of, the fox wouldn't be laying, the wolf wouldn't just be laying in the middle of nowhere, right? He's going to lay and he's going to be hiding a bit. And the owl, yeah, I almost want some trees. Let's see, where did my, there we go. Let's see. We've got some trees. I had some, I took all my die cuts out, so that doesn't help me any. I haven't decided yet for sure what I'm doing here. I've lost my evergreen tree. What did I do with it? Sorry guys, I'm just scrambling a little bit here. I just had those beautiful, that tree that I used. This one, I have lost my tree. Okay, I'm looking underneath the things, because that's the tree I want. But I'm not getting it. So, oh, it's in here. Is it in here? Did I put it away? I did not put it away. Ah! Okay, well, Then we're going to go to plan B. I want to use some grasses. Maybe I'll use the grasses from here. Here, we're going to use these grasses. And I'm going to lay this one down and maybe stamp around it. I'm not sure. And you know what? It's okay if you guys see me do, sometimes not all ideas work out, right? They really don't. If all our ideas worked out, then we wouldn't be humble. So remember, the eyes have to be horizontal. Here we go. And nothing is sticking to me. No, my space is not even very messy. So where my tree went, I do not know. We're going to clean off the birds. And then we're going to, well, I will let you know. You know, that's always the thing. You get to find out after my video what happened. Oh, he's still moving around a little bit. There. And we don't want grass in the middle. I'm just going to do these trees here. And he's going to be peeking behind. I don't know if this is going to work. How many times have I said that now? I know. Okay, we're going to stamp in Mossy Meadow. That's nice and dark. Grasses. Yeah, I'm trying to look for the stamp without being too distracted, but I'm not succeeding. Here. Oh well, it makes me use a different stamp. Here. Oh yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Now I just have to press and get in there. Okay, and then I'm going to just do some more grasses here, but I'm going to flip it around, okay? Maybe I'll do it this way so that I'm not crooked for you. Here, we're going to go all the way up to the wolf. And I should put a piece of grid paper underneath so that I don't get this all messy. Oh, and look, I have one, so we're good. Here, there. Straighten that out. Take the trees off. And yeah, no, the other trees are still missing in action. Let's see there. And then I think we'll do those in early espresso. Let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. There. So now things aren't as stark. And what else am I looking for? I'm looking for my little tiny grass piece. And it is also missing. I'm guessing that it went the same way as the big tree. Okay. Not in there. I'm looking again in here. No, it's not here either. I'll tell you. Okay, we might as well. We've got a few things that are now missing in action. I was going to show you what they are on the stamp set. Also, look, see, I have everything sitting in here. Did I put anything inside? I did not. So I'm missing this little grass guy too. I thought he'd be a good addition, but not happening. So we're going to take this, and it's not underneath, and we're going to lay it on our card, okay? And then on the last piece of paper, I'm going to show you what this side is nice too, isn't it? I'm going to show you what it would look like if you stamp directly on the pattern paper, because some people don't like to fussy cut, right? Now you can get a gadget called like a Brother Scan and Cut that will cut out your stamped images. But truth be told, I have one and I have not gotten my money's worth out of it. It's not perfect either. Look at that. How cool is that? So I haven't stamped any words on it. You could do that. I could stamp them right here. I could put them on a die. I think that would be nice. Now here's the last one. And I think on this one, I want to stamp the bear directly. just so that you can see what it's like. Let me clean that off. And then don't forget who you want me to send this card to, and then you can choose whether you want the card with the wolf or the card with the bear, okay? And so the bear is going to be stamped right on here, and because I want to stamp him right directly on, I want him to be dark, okay? So I'm going to stamp this bear in early espresso, not in soft suede. And the bear, you may have noticed, watch this. Here he goes. The bear is distinctive, which means he looks like he's shaded. And you can see it. Take a look when I ink him up. See that? It's the technology of the stamp that makes it that way. And because you can see through him a little bit, this might not be great. But you see, I'm not going, this isn't wasted, because what I can do is, see, I don't like that you can see the blue through there. Now, I could use an aqua painter, but I could also do it so that he has a bit of a shadow. See? That's kind of cool too, isn't it? So there's always a way, there's always a fix to make it work. He looks pretty good with the shadow. And then you can stamp your words right on there. You could put this guy on a square card. I haven't quite decided if I want, let's see. I'm just looking to see if I have a square card. I don't. And see, so this would be, let's have a look. And like, I could try as well, because I do like him just dark on there. You could try with a blender pen. Let's try that and see if that works. A blender pen is basically a naked marker. And I could, yeah, I could color him in. See, I'm just dragging the color from the bear. And then it gets a little bit more brown. See? Actually, I rather like that. And it covers up the blues. So now he looks good on this paper. See? And you still get the shading. You don't have to do anything. You're just going over your whole bear with your blender pen. So this is what I call a happy accident. Blender pens are a really good investment. You get 3 in a pack, and they're just a naked marker. So when I'm done coloring, I'll just go back and forth on a piece of white paper till it's clean. The tip will not look clean. It will continue looking, there'll be a bit of discoloration there. And I'm using a light touch. You don't want to grind, or you're gonna delaminate your paper. There might be a better name for that, but that's the word I'm using. There. I think that looks really good. So now all I would do is, here, let me see. I've got some scrap paper. I just go like this, see? And there's no color left. Even though my tip is discolored, it's good to go. Just make sure you put your lid on again, and these blender pens will last a very long time. So I'm going to trim this now to 4. Yeah. I know that tree stamp is hiding underneath of something, but what? I do not know. So 4 1/8. And 5 3/8. So I'm just taking 1/8 off both ways. And then I think that it looks pretty stark this way. I think that just by adding some birds to the sky, and then I would add the trees again if I could find them. But since I can't find them, they're not going to be added now, are they? Yeah. Although, you know what I'll do? I will not put the card together, and then I can show you later on what it looks like with the trees added on. Okay? That will be my modus operandi. And then I'm purposely putting the birds on that side to create balance. I'm going to move this over a little bit. And let me explain what I mean by that. So the bear is on, here, I'll just do it like this. So the bear is on the right-hand side. So I want to take the birds and put them on the left. And I also want them going off just a little bit. So there we go. So now I'm not making you work sideways, look sideways, even though you can't see me inking it up. Here we go. Look at that. That's all it needs. And then I could put my words on the bottom, or I could put my words up here, but I think I want to put my words, let's turn it sideways again. I want a long skinny word on here. So I'm going to do that. I could do it like that. I could do it like this. Maybe right in the middle. And I don't like it. I'm gonna do this way because I want it away from the hinge. Sorry. I'm being very Canadian, apologizing. You know, Canadians do have the prize for apologizing. I notice it when I'm in Holland and I'm in the grocery store and I cut someone off or I do something minor and I'm like, sorry, and they're looking at me like, what's your problem? Okay, so here we go. Now I'm just going to check to make sure it's straight, and it's not. There's little grid lines on your Stamparatus to help you with that. And I think I'm going to stamp it in Night of Navy. So here we go. And then see, it's not dark enough, so I'm just going to ink up once more. And let's have a look. That looks good. Sending birthday wishes. So simple card. This is just paper and ink and stamps. There's no embellishments. There's no cutting. I just colored it with my blender pen. So you know what? I don't think it needs the tree. I'm going to leave it like this, and I'm going to put it on my card. So that's not bad. We made 3 cards. Beautiful paper. Now this paper is in the Stampin' Up! Mini catalog for January to June, but there is a little fine print on that catalog. So don't assume that everything is available all the way to June. Things are available while supplies last, and we do have a supply issue globally in all kinds of things. So my best advice to you is if you fall in love with something, get it now. I mean, don't go into debt for it, but don't wait because you don't want to be disappointed. And paper's not that expensive. This paper is beautiful. So here we have it. 1 card, 2 cards, and the 3rd card is here. Now the 3rd card is right in there, okay? I have to say that I'm not crazy about the owl because I think that he's out of scale. I think the owl, although, yeah, I think that it should have been either the wolf or the owl. The owl is too big. He's massive. So what I could do, I might just cover this up with a circle and a sentiment because I did too much. I did too much on that card, and that's okay. If you never try, it's just a piece of paper. It's all good. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. I'm trying to change this over and it doesn't want to do it. So I'm not going to change anything over. Oh, there it goes. Ha, here I am. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I wasn't able to join in on the chat on either YouTube or Facebook, but I'm glad that you guys also get to chat together. We are a stamping community and it's not just me, but I do go over everything. I will look and read all the comments, and I try to do more than just give you a thumbs up. But I hope you have a super day. I hope you go and find my video on YouTube that has the trick for storing your stamps, and make sure that you comment, that you give it a thumbs up, and that you share. So just click on the share button underneath, and then you can choose whether you share it to Facebook or Pinterest. So choose one of those things, and then you'll go in the draw for the Tulip Fields bundle. And if you already have the Tulip Fields bundle, well, then I may have a few other options that you can pick from your prize. All right. Thank you so much.